Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Best and Worst at Disneyland. My name is Tyler Crouch, and today I am joined by Luella Loriola.
Hello.
And Nancy Johnson.
Hey.
And Katrina Manzoni.
Hi.
And we got a good one for you today. That's what I say every time, but I want you to believe me. It is the top 8 best snacks of Disneyland.
Because how could talking about food not be a great segment?
Oh yeah, exactly. So these are the great little tasty things that you get to snack on.
You blow half your budget on.
Yeah, sometimes
Definitely.
you need to go to Disneyland and you're just like, I need to get that snack.
I have to have it.
That's right. And these are no particular order because we can't
rank them.
we can't rank them.
Yep.
So with that said, let's kick it off.
All right, we'll do number 1 because it's like pretty much like the most popular thing. Churros. I think phenomenal. A little pricey when you start eating like maybe 3 or 4 a day, but delicious. You can't go wrong with like dough, cinnamon, sugar, right?
Well, yeah, and especially some of the flavors they've been coming out with.
They have been getting a lot.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's a great mobile snack. You get it and you can walk to wherever you're going to.
You can easily eat it in a queue.
Yeah.
That maybe should be a qualification of what a snack is.
Yeah, can you take
I
it
know
on
some
the
of
go?
these can.
Yeah.
No, you can, because I know the one you're thinking about. You can totally eat in a queue.
And it's definitely cool too because I like seeing like the kids try churros for the first time and seeing their eyes light up, and then the parents are like, oh no, because then they're gonna want like 3 or 4 throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
That and the Mickey bars too.
Love the churros.
Yep.
So that one is definitely like a on the nose one, but if we didn't put it on, people would riot. But anyway, what's our number 2?
All right. So this one is pretzels, but I'm going to be specific, and they're filled pretzels, like cream cheese and the cheddar jalapeno pretzels.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention really
not
quickly.
the Mickey pretzels.
Not Mickey pretzels are not on here because they're good, but these are far better. And I'm sorry to say this. I know I'm going to get hated for this.
I have been preaching the cream cheese pretzel on the DIS Unplugged Disneyland edition for years. Years. It is our favorite snack.
The cream cheese one is like kind of a sweet cream cheese, right? So it's like
honey. It's a honey cream cheese.
So it's a little bit like a slight dessert, but it's got that savory aspect to it too, So
you can get a box at 24 or 48 on Amazon. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
She sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I have small daughters who really like them very much, especially an 11-year-old who's been eating them since she was born.
Oh, there you go. So it's like staple snack for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're definitely shareable too, because I couldn't preach and so you can like eat like one whole one by yourself, but I feel like it's like a nice, you can take it into a queue and then just rip it off and share around.
3 people can get it down within a Buzz Lightyear queue in no time.
And it's like having a dip without having the hassle of a dip.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think that's really smart.
I think just real quick, I want to mention that just for anybody wondering, your gluten allergy came about later in life. So you have had to have these snacks.
I've had these a while ago, so I remember what they kind of taste like.
Yeah, churros.
And then churros,
everybody loves those.
I have had one like 2 years ago by accident because someone told me to hold it, and I just started eating it by accident. And I'm like, oh god! So then I was sick for like the next 3 days, but it was totally worth it again.
Well, and there are many people in this universe who will, sacrifice a little bit of an allergy or a condition just for certain foods.
Just to taste it.
So, that kind of says something about how good the churro is.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
If you're willing to pay the pain.
Yeah. On to number 3 there, Katrina.
All right. Okay, so this one also I have to elaborate because a Dole Whip float. I didn't put Dole Whip because I feel like the float you can get all the kind of like the 2 different flavors because Dole Whip is completely different with when you put the pineapple juice in it as well.
Right.
So I think that's far better than Dole Whip. So I'm sorry for anybody that gets offended.
It makes you feel like you're getting a slightly healthy element to the, indulgence of the Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Because you are having juice, which is made from a fruit.
Right. And I think the really nice thing about the Dole Whip float compared to just having one or the other is they mix so great together because the pineapple juice part is not quite as sweet as the whip part.
Yeah.
And then the whip part is very sweet. So you can get a little bit of both and it kind of evens out that taste for you.
And you get like a little drink too. Because, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but when I would have like just the Dole Whip without like making it with pineapple juice, I would get really thirsty when I would eat it. I don't know if that's just me. So I really like the float making it that way so I can drink
it's a slightly
it.
more cost-effective beverage in with your ice cream as opposed to having to then go out and satisfy that craving
That's right.
with
true.
another drink price.
My kids
Yeah.
love the float. And I think
Yeah.
We do too.
on a hot day, I think it quenches everything more than just the Dole Whip itself.
Well, you've given yourself, an upper of vitamins and minerals. There's potassium in there. There's all kinds of good stuff that really ups you.
And the great thing about waiting for Dole Whip floats too is if you do it in the tiki room section, which I know is a
anymore, baby.
Well,
not anymore.
I'm not about. No, I wasn't about to say anything about how long the line was. I was just going to say you could at least enjoy like the pre-show of the tiki room while you're waiting in line for your Dole Whip float. So
Versus the hustle and
and then
bustle
you
on the outside.
yeah,
And then you can take it into the tiki room with you as long as you take your trash out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, on to the next one.
Alrighty, and then pretty much just like a little bit down the way from where you can get the Dole Whip floats is going to Bagel Barbecue and getting the bacon wrapped asparagus. I feel like for me that's like a fantastic snack. You put a little bit of lemon on there.
Oh yeah.
So good, and then it goes by really fast. So you have to get like two.
And it does sound really weird when you say that, like bacon wrapped asparagus, and then we put the lemon on it.
Okay.
But it's like that is the acid is really what ties
The
it all
char
together.
and the acid
yeah.
just it wraps it into a beautiful little package.
3 out of 5 foofy cocktail party appetizers have bacon wrap things.
Right.
Just saying.
It's true.
So it really does, as long as you're not kosher,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you don't hate asparagus because God forbid.
Yeah,
I know. What's wrong with you, by the way? No.
it definitely makes you try to eat your vegetables.
Yes.
Getting it
I know,
bacon wrapped.
You wrap bacon, yeah.
I feel like that's a nice. Well, up until the point where they came along with the little spring roll they have now.
Yes.
I really felt like that was like your only option to get some kind of vegetable nutrient in your snack.
It's very true. I
If you
think
don't want just a solid plate of protein like the kids, and you can take them into the Haunted Mansion queue and eat them in your little tray.
that's
Yeah. They're really easy to eat since you can just
they're
pick
very
the whole stick
portable.
up. Yeah.
Very
So-
portable.
It's good. That's number 1. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
That is the most important part. Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Then.
Alrighty, so then the cheddar garlic bagel twist at Maurice's Treats.
Oh man, I could eat like 1,000 of these, honestly.
Elaborate.
These are like one of my favorites. I mean, you just have not only do you get like I love bagels and it has kind of that bagel bread taste to it, and then on top of that,
it is.
well, I mean, it
Bagel
is a
bread.
bagel, yeah. But then on top of that, just the cheddar. One of my favorite types of bagels is like a cheddar jalapeno one, and this is like a cheddar garlic one, obviously, with the garlicky taste and the cheddar taste, and then you get like the little poppy seeds to add for texture, and there's just something about it that just really makes me happy. They're nice and warm. You don't even have to put anything on them. There's no dip involved, no cream cheese or anything. They're just ready to go.
They're easy to take with you out of the park on your drive home.
That
You
too.
can nibble them in the car on the drive home, and at least you can break them up and share them. They are another one of those, so you can break them and share. I will throw in that those twists they have, the pastry twists, if you're a pastry person, those are awfully darn good too. And they come in all kinds of different fillings. Plus, you can, if you like different fillings, there's different fillings in different places around both parks.
Plus, I think
So-
Maurice's Treats is never really, really crowded.
It's never
Yeah.
crowded because
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
can
I don't know
walk
if
right
everyone
up
really
there.
knows it's there,
Yeah.
or it just looks crowded, so no one wants to go there because of like people waiting in line for
the
like
show.
for Fantasy Fair. But every time when Tyler gets it, I always have to like take a nice big like smell of it because it just smells fantastic.
Pretty much
It's
have it
weird.
basically, anybody who has to have any kind of affiliation with any kind of princess-y thing knows about them, but everybody else, right on by.
That's
now,
true.
if you put it in Star Wars land, you could probably make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Call it what's his name's
Lightsaber.
like little part. You have the food rations that what's his name gives to Rey.
Oh yeah. There you
I
go.
like the name though, Maurice's Treats. I
Yeah.
like it. It's,
Yeah.
Well, and it's got his signature little
Yeah,
wagony
so-
thing. So.
And that's actually another great point is that it's themed food. It's like this is Maurice created this machine that twists these breads together, and that's what he came up with. And so it's bringing you closer to the story of Beauty and the Beast just by eating the little snack. So I mean that sounds corny, but it's kind of true, you know. I mean,
I like it when they try to incorporate the foods.
yeah.
You know, I think that's why places like Red Rose Tavern are so popular because the foods seem to be twisted into, or the gray stuff, I should say, is so popular because they twist it into the story.
Right.
Everybody knows the gray stuff from the song.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go to the next one.
Yay.
Everybody's favorite, beignets. I mean, those are a great snack. I mean, yes, the powdered sugar can get like a little crazy when you take it out of the bag and
Oh,
it just
boy.
like drops everywhere. But then they have like cool, different, like, what is it? Like seasonal flavors. So
And they're
you just
British,
tried like
yep.
a strawberry one. Like
Yeah,
the
I tried a
other
strawberry
day.
one recently that was actually like I didn't know what to think at first. But when I bit into it, I was like, oh wow, it actually has this really great kind of
Yeah.
almost like, I don't know how to even describe it other than saying it didn't taste like fake strawberry. It tasted really like real to me. I don't, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
fresh. And I was even like eating it, and then Katrina's like, "Oh, you got something in your tooth," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" And there was a strawberry seed in my tooth, and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's kind of cool." Like I actually liked that rather
Yeah.
than, I was like, "Oh, I guess there's like some good strawberry in here," Anyway, enough about the strawberry ones. Just the beignets on their own
But
are
in
just
general,
incredible.
they look,
I
and they're
mean,
Mickey shaped. So
They're
I
Mickey
mean,
shaped.
they're just
Yeah.
they're so fun. I like it.
and it's
And it brings you much closer to the Princess and the Frog. There we go.
there you go. Yeah.
So today, are you the princess or are you the frog, Tyler?
I'll tell you later. Spoilers. But one of the cool things about it too that I think is even just a little goofy fun thing, but they give it to you, if you get it from the mint julep area, they give it to you in the bag and you can kind of shake it up and get the powdered sugar on it, and it's just kind of a little fun way to prepare your own food. And I know that's not too.
And I like to
too-
walk around with it and eat it, and then people go up to you, "Where did you get that?" Yeah, it's like, "Go over there." where the
Yeah,
mint
you're like,
julep
trust
are."
me, go over there.
And
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right.
On to
the next one is corn dogs, obviously, at Red Wagon. So by Plaza Inn, you can get like their delicious like can dipped corn dogs that are like fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they are some of the the breading on there is some of the best breading I think I've ever had on any
Something
corn
about
dog.
the breading.
And they really figured out not only the ratio, but the taste and the texture,
Yep.
and all of those things together. I mean, you
There's
can't
a
go
reason why
wrong.
there's always a line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just has that perfect saltiness to it. And I'm not even a big hot dog fan, but I will go get corn dog and be like, oh yeah, corn dog, I'm about this. That sounds good. So
It's true, and it's really popular too. I feel like
Yeah.
the Red Wagon's more popular than any other corn dog area
oh yeah.
that sells corn dogs.
Oh yeah, I have never seen anybody lose their mind over corn dogs as much as I've seen it here
Red
at Disneyland.
yeah.
So I mean,
I
that's
mean, even at the Iowa State Fair, they have a lot of corn dogs there. You don't see near the line.
yeah,
So always allow yourself at least an extra 15 to 20 minutes if you're planning on corn dogs.
It's a
yeah,
good,
that's a good one.
yeah.
But that can even though we're calling it a snack here, it can even kind of
Be a
be a
meal.
meal sometimes.
You can
It's
get
like,
it with chips or without.
yeah, so
And they sell drinks there too. So
yeah.
Cool. All right, and then the last one.
Here we go,
Candy
last one.
apples. Candy apples, fantastic, a little treat. And that's the one she was kind of like, I know what you're trying to say. It's really hard to eat in a queue, I feel like, because they don't cut them anymore.
Yeah.
So you kind of like have to try it with either like a plastic knife or try to just eat it. But I love them just because they have so many cool designs now.
Yes.
Yes.
Like for Pixar Fest, they had so many cool different ones. And every time we come back, there's always like a new one. Like right now, there's like was it Russell and...
Doug.
There's
Doug.
Doug. There's
Yeah.
Doug and Russell.
And we saw Lightning McQueen and Mater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's
eventually
the
there's
unicorn
gonna be Nemo
from Toy
and Dory
Story.
and the Big Apple.
They do
Yeah.
have a Nemo and Dory one, and
Yep.
then they have one from the Toy Story, the unicorn from Toy Story.
Yeah, that one's really
And
cute.
then what other ones? They're always different. So every time
Yeah.
you come, right now they're gonna be kind of like probably staying the same. Maybe they'll create new ones for Pixar Fest. But honestly, every time we come, we've seen like Maleficent ones, which
Yeah.
are really neat. Obviously, the classic Mickey and Minnie
Aliens.
ones. Yeah, and so I always think that's just so much fun to just try if you've never really had a candy apple before, because it's just I love them.
And the cool thing about them too is that with each different character, they're all like different. They're usually different flavors too. I mean, you can
That's
get
true.
some of them
Yep.
have white chocolate, some of them are like the Maleficent one was a dark chocolate one, whereas the like Mickey is milk chocolate, and so it's really cool. And then the Russell had all these little M&Ms all over him
Yeah.
For his little
badges,
badges.
and it was just super cute. So
Well, and then don't forget they have a flavor they do every single month.
That's right, the
So
seasonal
there's
or
the
the
seasonal
monthly
ones
flavor.
that they change,
Right.
and those are always. I mean, they're crazy because they can be layers and layers and layers of stuff.
right.
So
And I think another great thing that we used to do, Katrina and I, all the time is since we're locals, we could just take it with us, and then when we got home,
Buy them at the end of the night. Or
yeah,
when you're
buy it
leaving.
at the end of the night, and we would take it home and just cut it in. We'd cut a little slice off, for dessert, and that literally lasted us like 3 days or something for
You have
dessert.
a little piece of Disney.
They
Yeah.
last
At our
really well
house.
in your fridge at home.
They do.
You know what they also do? You can actually take those on board an airplane.
See, and
Oh.
that's
So,
really nice.
And that's, there's no fluid involved. There's no anything like that. They are portable, and they last well into the day without refrigeration into the evening. So you could very well take it on your flight home with you.
Yeah, you only got to worry about melting chocolate. That's the only.
Yes.
That's the only
They
thing.
actually
But,
don't really melt very much. Honest to God, I have had one on my counter. Don't ask. I had one on my counter for a week once, and it really did not do.
Just for decorative purposes.
It made me worry because after a couple days, the caramel started seeping out a little bit.
oh yeah.
So, and then don't forget too that they have the hard candy cinnamon ones as well. So those are,
And they just have plain caramel too. If you
Yeah.
don't want all
Yeah,
the
if you don't want all those
nuance
fancy.
on there.
Yeah.
They're like little works of art.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that it shows how attention to detail they can be with these snacks.
And if you want to watch them make them, you don't even have to be in the parks. You can stand there at downtown Disney and Marceline's and watch them make them. They make all of the apples for the entire resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it's pretty nice because then sometimes they'll like show you ones that they have worked on because they can hear you when
Yeah.
you look at them in the window. So
Yeah.
if sometimes I don't know if you could probably like just keep talking about it and they'll like walk over and like show you another one that they're working on.
So cool.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
you go. Should I recap?
Awesome. Yeah, let's recap
All
real
right.
quick.
okay.
So churros, definitely. Pretzels, the filled pretzels with cream cheese or the jalapeno cheddar. Dole Whip float, then bacon wrapped asparagus, the cheddar garlic bagel twist at Maurices Treats, and beignets, corn dogs at Red Wagon, and the candy apples.
Awesome. That is a great list, if I do say so myself.
I know. I'm ready.
Yeah, now we're like, oh, hungry.
All right, bye guys.
See you next time. But yeah, let us know down below in the comments if you have a snack that you like to go dig on while you're at Disneyland that we didn't mention.
Yep.
Or maybe we said something that you're like, that ain't the greatest snack. What are you talking about? Just let us know. I'd really like to hear about it. We'd all like to hear about it.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching, everybody. And thank everybody for joining me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye.